it's quite a complex situation when you're buying farms and farmland, and you need to think about various things like where the boundaries are, who owns the boundaries, covenants that apply to the land. That's things that you can and can't do. And also some of the particularly agricultural associated issues like entitlements, sporting rights, for example, may attach to the land, fishing and shooting. One needs to be careful about that. And you also would need to think about things like agricultural tenancies. There are different types of agricultural tenancies that apply. More modern tenancies called farm business tenancies, or the old Agricultural Holding Acts tenancies. So we would need to look at that with you, and it's very important to take those things into consideration. And there are so many things that you need to think about after you've bought the farm as well, or the farmland as well. You might want to think about your family, for example. What happens when you come to the stage where you want to hand over the business to your children? So you need to think about succession. You need to think about inheritance tax, how to limit the amount of money that's paid to the taxman in the end of the day. And there's a lot more statutory provision coming in now around regulatory issues, health and safety, the environment, and you need to think very carefully about how not to fall foul of those. And we've seen it so many times where issues arise if things aren't thought about in advance. You don't want really to get into a situation where there's a contentious probate dispute where promises are made about the farm and not followed through. That can lead to issues after one passes away. And unfortunately, one has to think about the question of matrimonial breakdown as well. And there are things that you can do in advance to protect the farming business and also deal with it when it comes to considering how the businesses will be dealt with if things do break down. So buying and selling farmland, it is a complex area, and it is important that you get specialist advice.